in education, we have limited resources. Oftentimes people want to create a practice, or they hear about a practice that maybe is kind of general and will, okay, we have to develop a practice profile around it, or then we have to figure out what the adults are doing and saying, and maybe develop a practice profile that we could eventually make a fidelity assessment. And, at some point you got to say, that's not the role, like, it's not my role to work in an SEA to develop a fidelity assessment. That's where we can partner with a purveyor or a researcher to do that work. So if there already are pieces of that out there, that's already been structured and operationalized and has data to support it, we know there's a lot out there in random control trials, but they just don't seem to make sense in practice. I mean, that's where we can work and on a more paved road that we'll get there faster. I mean, we're all headed, Eric would say, we're all headed in the same direction. We're all headed west, but it'd be nice to get there more efficiently, more effectively and efficiently. Getting involved early. I mean, when you're thinking about going from a gravel road or a paved road and working with the purveyor as part of that paved road, getting folks in early, especially at an SEA level, this could be at any level, but to kind of get their thoughts on what they've done, how have they done this work, have they scaled it, are there examples where we could talk with districts, who do this? Because what we'd like to do is kind of build on what already exists. So the one strategy, again, was establishing a give and get, especially there might be a grant involved to kind of get this off the ground and kind of leveraging some of those funds to, help develop a data system. Sometimes helping understand a lot of programs have a lot of flexibility in how they're delivered. But if we're going to start thinking about scaling, we want to make sure that whatever a standard delivery is for this project is just that. Now, what are the most important pieces? And we're not the expert in that. The program developer, the purveyor is the expert at that. So working with them to really articulate and operationalize that, especially early on, is important, because when you start to develop data to look at progress, we talk a lot about fidelity and we talk a lot about outcome, but sometimes, what are ways that we can look at progress benchmarks along the way? So if you co-create and develop it with the purveyor, it provides feedback that things are moving in the right direction, and you're bought into a partnership to co-develop this with the purveyor program developer.